I see you all scared, I see you all feel fright, but I'm right on with a sonic bomb, booming till the light lit, doing my light song on a long gong. My pantheon generating vectors, kung fu ding dong. Here we go again with my sound pen, feeling kinda cool then. I guess I love ran, tripping on the full light. I get it most right in and out of space, times like the light of night. Keep it full fun, I can't stand scum, laughing in oblivion with a long song. Need to get it on strong, the lead the nation strong. Joyous replication, I love the words of St. John. So very clear, dancing in the road at night. I don't need your fears, striking out bright with the light set to right, strolling on the winds that can see me and take the light. I rule the galaxy, what a sight to see, effervescent self-test. I'm enlightening, guess I feel so indigo, Jojo, feel it go, yo, thinking in my own show. This I set it up with a buttercup, giving on my console like a little pup, moving mine real fast. Before my epitaph, you can have my autograph, but I'll still laugh, jumping to the baseline, making me feel fine. Shine so sublime at times, I make this vibe all mine.
Pull back the cat like Schrodinger's track. If it ain't whack, then it really is all that. Fact like an anti-tank think tank. I don't give a crap unless you come into contact. Retract the fact that you wanna see me sap. I'm lighter than your mother, I'm a holy concordat. I spat at the twat who thought he was so fat. I remain intact, a blessing to the gang tap. Reel the real and take it to a higher level. Drop a little rhythm and double up the elemental vibe. I ride like an occidental treble rebel. Power like a monitor, power in my mind's a metal. So for a mo I chill a while and let it settle. Drag a little reefer, now I'm in better fettle. Make a daisy chain and judge me by the lover's petal. Like a holy roller coaster, time to boil the bloody kettle.
Code red, we have a breach.
You are the strangest boy I have ever met.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Schrodinger's track. If it ain't whack, then it really is all that. Fact like an anti-tank think tank. I don't give a crap unless you come into contact. Retract the fact that you wanna see me sap. I'm lighter than your mother, I'm a holy concordat. I spat at the twat who thought he was so fat. I listen to the gang tap, three-wheel the wheel and take it to a higher level. Drop a little rhythm and double up the elemental vibe. I ride like an occidental treble rebel, power like a monitor, power in my mind's so metal. So for a mo I chill a while and let it settle, drag a little reefer. Now I'm in better fettle, make a daisy chain and judge me by the lover's petal. Like a holy roller coaster, time to board a bloody kettle.
With him all things are possible.
Surely God is mad at America. He's sending hurricane after hurricane after hurricane.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now, back to our show.
Something's gonna have a compete, but I'm missing. Wishing, freaking, it's time to listen. My code is the road and my master is given. Evidence of God is what I'm packing. Hallowed in my mind that I'm never slacking. Opposed to the foes, forever jacking up on crack. I'm work cackling.
If the hippies and the yippies and the disruptors of the systems that Washington and Lincoln as presidents brought forth in this country will shut up and work within our free system of government, I will lower my voice.
Elemental temple like a power oriental. Bombs in my mind, making me numb. Gotta stay alive, gotta feel the heavy metal. Fire up response goes to test the body metal. Power in my brain, power in my body. Take my life and hell will come a calling. Like Luke Skywalker, I have never fought it. The enemy comes, so let's get started.
The idea of America was set out to declare independence and adopted in the Constitution. They did not represent perfection attained, but perfection planned. The fundamental principle was freedom.
Holy cross fire! Here we go again. The guidance, the silence, the violence, the vortex, the guidance, the silence, the violence, the vortex, the guidance, the silence, the violence, the vortex, the guidance, the silence, the violence. Blind and ready, frightened, my raps I need to tighten, so I become as powerful as a mighty titan. Like Crichton I am right on, except for perversion, in which case I generate a blind on in Brighton. Suckers of a whore, you made me dangerous. Get me a medic while I'm rearranging this. Temper the score, sedated and so lucid. Bored of course unless I am creative. Existence always marvels me, I function like an operative. I don't need weapons, I'm one of peace's finest.
In 1995, a crack unit from the elite archery school got lost in an alternative space-time continuum. Now they operate as soldiers of fortune in the English rural underground. If you need help, and maybe if you can find them, you can get higher than the Z Team.
flow. Go, 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 said the photo of the girl, hanging on a beauty, waiting for a show. No, 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 said the bow on a low. Out of the way, she ain't a fucking hoe. Ho, 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 I thought within my zone, relishing the prospect of an antidote to woe. Rock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Apocalypse rider. 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 I've been to a plane in a part of my brain which is nothing but pain, so I say it again. I remain the same, having tamed the horror rain. I regain the train to a world insane. Reframe the main, unleash a quatrain. Zooming through the heavens, I'm not the one to blame, so I'll dance in the rain, free of your evil game. I am the main saint who's seen the astral plane. We is the loveliest. We is the loveliest. We is the loveliest. We is the loveliest. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket. Shock it, don't rock it, don't follow the rocket.
Autobots, roll out! My name is Optimus Prime. We are autonomous robotic organisms from the planet Cybertron. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Code Red, we have a any bit at all.
Autobots, relieve them of their weapons. It's you and me, Megatron. No, it's just me, Prime. My weapons specialist, Ironhide.
You feeling lucky, punk?
Easy, Ironhide.
Just kidding. Just wanted to show him my cannons.
911 emergency! My car's been stolen! I'm in pursuit, right on y'all units! The whole squadron, bring everyone! No, don't ask me questions, alright? My father's the head of the neighborhood watch!
Humans don't deserve to live. They deserve to choose for themselves. And you will die with them.
You were the strangest boy I have ever met.
With the Allspark gone, we cannot return life to our planet. And fate has yielded its reward. A new world to call home. We live among its people now, hiding in plain sight, but watching over them in secret, waiting, protecting. I have witnessed their capacity for courage, and though we are worlds apart, like us, there's more to them than meets the eye. I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here. We are waiting.
Stand by the rhythm, stand by the groove, stand by the rhythm, stand by to move, stand by the rhythm, stand by the groove, stand by the rhythm, stand by to move, stand by the rhythm, stand by the groove, stand by the rhythm, stand by to move. Bring it!
Going up or going down, Mr. Nustar?
Going up, I hope. Is this the elevator to heaven or to hell?
I don't know.
That's right. Shit ain't getting ugly no more.
Unleash the power drum, unleash the metal, unleash the groove, unleash the level, unleash the rhythms, unleash the sound, unleash the people, I'm going to town.
I seem to be stuck. Well, it might not be your cup of tea, but it certainly wasn't hell to me, old chap.
Good, sir.
Yeah, that's right. I talk a hard people in a hard world of hard cheese.
They live in misery, they live in fear. They've got STDs, they inject more than beer. They call people names as though they know. They're so pointless, the world's gonna blow. Shoot 'em up dreams into hellfire screams. I'm the angel of death and their lives aren't dreams. They lie, they cheat, they hate, they steal. Hell for the class of never knowing what's real.
Check it out, yeah. Check it out. That's right. Check it out. Come on. Check it out. Yo, brother. Check it out. Come on. Check it out. That's right. Check it out. Here we go again. Check it out. Yo, scum, yo, brother.
professor, living like a warrior, living like a theory, living like a dream, but I'm not Tim Leary. Hell no. Hell no sunshine. Hell no. Hell no my mind. The world goes bang and I don't live in sorrow. Not everybody will live for tomorrow. The scum they fester in their ignorant minds. Always never knowing the times they'll be destroyed by God up above. He doesn't respect the stuff you gov. He'll punish the world for his gross abominations. That's why I'm here to purge the nations. Check it out, yeah. Check it out. Come on, check it out. Check it out, yo, 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 brother. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Here we go again. Check it out. That's right. Check it out, yo, 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 brother. Do you really want it? Don't you ever know? Do you ever read it? Don't you ever do?
Right. Trying to unleash the program.
Energize. Exercise. Analyze. Civilize. Compromise. Criticize. Equalize. Humanize. Galvanize. Yes, I'm apocalypse. Like a wave stick, stopping like an anarchist. You could never stop this. Yes, I'm apocalypse. Like a wave stick, stopping like an anarchist. You could never stop this. Neutralize. Yes, I'm apocalypse. Like a wave still stopping like an anarchist. You could never stop this. Yes, I'm apocalypse. Like a wave still stopping like an anarchist. You could never stop this. like a wasted, stumbling like an anarchist. You could never stop this, yes, I'm apocalypse. Like a wasted, stumbling like an anarchist. You could never stop this. Yes, I'm apocalypse. Like a wasted, stumbling like an anarchist. You could never stop this. Yes, I'm apocalypse. Like a wasted, stumbling like an anarchist. You could never stop this. Yes, I'm apocalypse. Like a wasted, stumbling like an anarchist. You could never stop this. Yes, I'm apocalypse. Like a wasted, stumbling like an anarchist. You could never stop this. Dance of the Stallion.
You can't say bitch, you can't say ho, you can't say lady, you can't say whoa, you can't say stop, you can't say slow, you can't say the rhythm, you can't say no.
I'm full of the spirit, the cathexis of my misery, the light and power sentinel who's never just a misfit. Intergalactic, so fantastic as a born in higher orbit. The stars, the prison bars, there's escape the evil cesspit. I'm more than religious, I'm a knowing, glowing total man. I don't mind the clocks, the evil ones are totem. I don't need to kill a man, I can take the pains of blue. Just like a real man, I love everyone totally true. Sin against me if you dare, devil born in hell. I'm the light tonight, really can't you tell? A lucid clandestine, a clear and present stranger. But if you think I wanna hurt you, get away in your manger. I'm a creature of the light, fine, nice and bright. If you hear me speaking spell, you know it's alright. Because the light of fright is just satanic shite. So come and chill out with me, come and stay the night.
Here it is, y'all. Here it is, y'all. Come on, stay the night. Come on, stay the night. Come on, stay the night again. Come on, stay the night again. Wanna play with me? Wanna go with me? Wanna go with me? Come on, baby, let's go. Here we go again. One time, do you feel it again?
However, now that you got me excited, I'm asserting my permission to court you gracefully.
Through the woods of basic fury, dreaming on a place and time. Love's in control of wisdom.
Save Australia.
Here you go, run around.
I can't really sing. I've had too many facts. I've had too much love. I've had too many. I've had too much heartache. I've had too much pain. I've had too much acid. Oh my God, it's rain. And the rain really scares me. It's like God is angry. But in Australia, rain is salvation.
See the topsy-turvy world we live within in perception.
Wanna play with me? Wanna go with me? Wanna go with me? Come on, baby, let's go. Here we go again. One time, do you feel it again? Wanna play with me? Wanna go with me? Wanna go with me? Come on, baby, let's go. Here we go again. One time, do you feel it again? Wanna play with me? Wanna go with me? Wanna dance with me? Come on, baby, wanna play with me? Wanna go with me? Wanna go with me? Come on, baby, let's go. Here we go again. One time, do you feel it again?
Let me see you move. Let me see you move. Let me see you move. Yeah, go, go. Let me see you move. Let me see you move. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, yeah, go, go.
So never do I tussle, I can dream from here forever. Caught inside whenever, as the catalyst of my balance gets lost among the weather. The purpose of my surface is to provide a holy circus where emotions are electric and no one ever moves much. Step inside a frequency, the long-lost dependency. The reason I'm not breathing is I'm ready for ascendancy.
Count to start the shot box, the rock top, talk a little shot, the beatbox, the pop rock, fuck to the top of the two-walk. Hip hop, don't knock the spot as we pop to the pop shot. Yeah, count to start the shot box, the rock top, talk a little shot, the
so much better as I remember my main letter that I sent to my lover when I was just a bother. And the roll on the strip makes my heart skip trip as I memorize, I theorize, no need to ever quit.
Pick out to stop the shot, pop the rock top, talk a little shop and bebop the pop rock, flop to the top of the doo-wop, hip hop, don't knock the spot as we pop to the pop shop. Pick out to stop the shot, pop the rock top, talk a little shop and bebop the pop rock, flop to the top of the doo-wop, hip hop, don't knock the spot as we pop to the pop shop.
As I venture further yonder, step beyond beyonder, I'm the light that can't surrender.
Pick out to stop the shot, pop the rock top, talk a little shot and bebop the pop rock, flop to the top of the doo-wop, hip hop, don't knock the spot as we pop to the pop shop. Pick out to stop the shot, pop the rock top, talk a lot of shot and bebop the pop rock, flop to the top of the doo-wop, hip hop, don't knock the spot as we pop to the pop shop. Pick out to stop the shot, pop the rock top, talk a lot of shot and bebop the pop rock, flop to the top of the doo-wop, hip hop, don't knock the spot as we pop to the pop shop.
The light fades, the vision dims. All that we have is groove. All that we have are memories of good times, lingering in the sun, the summer sun, glorious in its heavenly, divine shower of holy bright photons, and we are the children of God.
Living like a legend, I've met too many bellends who think they know the truth when they are stupid felons. And the riddle in my spirit is the light, I can't define it as the message in my message contains the pain within it. I give all hope to glory, and glory like the God, the omniscience, the sings with us, swimming hard on my rod. And the essence in between us, the quantum disagreement, where yin and phantom, you demands divide us in containment.
Let there be light. Let there be groove. To save the world.
Jack the mother-loving low bass. You don't want peace, you want the evil to cease, so it'll cease to be an issue. And by the way they behave, you think the stupid mother losers wanna play in the grave. Saying scum to hell gets me excited, so I'm delighted you're so frightened, because it shows that I'm enlightened freely as I delight in the truth. Some demons don't know as they demand the proof that they can't see, cause God only shows up to those who believe in the love of brothers cup like Soki. Easily draped in epiphany of another holy theophany, I left the miracles that God gave to me. Personally, His Excellency amid the tapestry, demonstrating genius beyond the obvious of what we breathe in the clear air, which is
more than aware of every little mortal living without a care. Here, they say as they rule the scare, but immortality's mind, faith in the divine, and my wisdom is invisible, happening in my mind. Shit. One time to go and now I've gotta go. One time to go and one time another. One time to go and one time I gotta go. One time to go and now you know I'm brother.
Come on, this is the way it works. You gotta put in the muscle to bring out the vocals. I had a load of lyrics, they were really quite intense. I was in a bad mood, so I wrote things I regret. I didn't really mean it, I was just livid with humanity. But that's no excuse for my verses of depravity. So I took it out the edit, and you will never hear that's what I said after one too many beers. I'm sorry and I love you, always have I done. But I don't think hate should ever be number one. It's a disseminated power line. It's a decimated power line. Now you hear me calling out again. I'll tell you about Jesus and how I'm going to heaven. I lost my mind upon the God, my heart upon the stars, and I show my love in public light, fearless in great bars. I'm an antidote to nothing, a solution to the lies. My power halo lights away, and I light my steak with fries. I'm a ding-dong, sing-song, lover of the Lord, and the people seek to please me as I rock within the horde. It's a decimated power line. It's a decimated power line. It's a decimated power line.
And it was like shit. God, man, I was in the 90s and we chilled. What the fuck? What was that about? So reminding you. Oh no, that was a bit early, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Johnny, would you have a word with Trish? Okay, only to tell Margie I've got the cucumber. Okay, Bobby, just leave it alone.
So I'm writing you now, these weren't the original lyrics. I had to self-censor, cause I'm not a dipshit. We all possess emotions, hatred and anger too, but no one can see like me through this human zoo. Come on whites, come on blacks, come on browns and yellows. A race war is moronic, so I'm calling some of you unmellow. You can tit for tat and tact with the pumping of the bellows, but a pure and holy conscience is worth multicultural fellows.
Mayday, the kite is down. I repeat, the kite is down.
That's right, here we go again. So street, with my zealous pen. Hold tight, I know the waves in. Showing my computer, I throw them off high again. That's right, I feel the wave again. So bright, I'll meet Ben 10. Sublight, I started up again. Feeling kinda groovy, I gotta tell the pen pen.
If I can just infuse the central process unit with enough human expression of sensory snow, I might just be able to teach a subsidiary learning system consciousness. Let's go.
Shake down, I make another. Dance to the rhythm, this is our brothers. Hold down, like a rudder. Place to a base, looking for a lover. Come on, don't frown, I'm in the circuitry, losing my emotion with the lack of hospitality. My crown, like no other, born into a free world trained by another.
Here we go again.
Sorry, mate. They just called me in for my X-ray. Yeah, that's good, man. It's good. I like the drums. It's a nice triplet.
Fight or flight, I really never bite as I take the vibe. Like the right might, out of sight, height like a master all night. Giving in to the mission, I'm out tonight. Alright, keep the vibe tight, fight me if you like. High as a kite, as I spiritual, digital, the electronic megabyte. Chopsucky light, rocking hot, funky jam, dunking girl, making demonstrating on down. Everything Wu-Tang, jump the pan, everything a program. Why does angels put salivating might be on the Apoplectic, doubledutch. Fight or flight, I really never bite as I take the vibe. Like the right might, out of sight, height like a master all night. Giving in to the mission, I'm out tonight. Alright, keep the vibe tight, fight me if you like. High as a kite, as I spiritual, digital, the electronic megabyte. Chopsucky light, rocking hot, funky jam, dunking girl, making demonstrating hold down. Everything Wu-Tang, jump the pan, everything a program. Why does angels put salivating might be on the Apoplectic, doubledutch.
Like psychotropic days and the days and the days, and the track never plays on radio waves, cause gaze and the gaze headed for the grave. And my my light phase and the truth never pays. So to the graves on the stage in the space, makes my mind maze in the brain always. Looking for a gal clause, looking for a sage, another little rapper in soulful ways.
Don't you know I'm a hero, baby? Don't you know I'm proud? Don't you know I'm a hero, baby? Don't you give me that
With the lightsaber sword I feel totally adored. I'm really bored in the sin space forces. The Lord I implored was the source of the chord. In these dark days of evil where horror is aboard. And the war that I scored is filled by the board. And you think that in all things like house and floors. So the war from my joys that I didn't long for. It's just another door to this miracle core.
Don't you know I'm a hero, baby? Don't you know I'm proud? Don't you know I'm a hero, baby? Don't you give me that, don't you give me that. Don't you know I'm a hero, baby? Don't you know I'm proud? Don't you know I'm a hero, baby? Don't you give me that
Jack to the back to lean like fury.
Now it's time to go, the show is coming to a close. With the flows I go, you'll come from down below. Roll way up above for the thing that we know. With an exit to the scale, with my efforts go. And I love the J and catch green rhythm. And people should have danced to the vibe I give them. For the days on peril, people tend to suck up, and no one can tell me I'm not the vibe brother.
Don't you know I'm a hero, baby? Don't you know I'm proud? Don't you know I'm a hero, baby? Don't you give it, don't you give it a brown.
I know I've never completely freed myself of the suspicion that there are some extremely odd things about this mission.
Sure are. Yep. What's going down? No idea.
Power up main ratio sequence.
What happens if I look over here? I don't know.
It's time to launch this baby.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. It's an audio weapon. It's coming right at us. 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Walking through the small door, walking through the evergreen, walking through the last wall, walking through the foliage, walking through the scene, walking through space-time, believing what I've seen. Singing to the bass line, singing to the rhythm, singing to the atmosphere, I reckon it can listen. Rapping to the funk, rapping to the beat, rapping to the forest, it's still rapping so sweet. Denying everyone who's whack. Don't care if you die from attack. You slag me off so much. It's time for a counterattack. Don't care how many die. I'd rather be martyred than fry. Take that mark of the beast and shove it where it don't shine. Talking all the shit you do, wanna get a better crew, laughing all the way to the tune of a high Jew. What you wanna do is follow my cross at you, bust this giggle in a sofa wiggle boogaloo. Not boasting about his mortar, let's drive to the jam and inflict the highest slaughter of the penalty of angels is more than an auger. Flying, dying, and the apocalypse is wonder. Time to get a light as I enter with my lecture. Spawn of time does this issue do better. A rebel to the trello on the baseline selector. Never wanna affect you, just move you like a ninja. Not a whack plan. Gotta get it on with a max scam. Hot damn, in a program like a sojourn. Binary digits, I'm losing my mind scam. Not a rap fan, but the full gram. Smoking to the corners of my game plan. On a band, let it up again. I feel the beat again. Letting main bands in the damn plan. Bam, bam. You know scumbags, they're rock bags. Making life hell for the main man. Slim slam. In the last stage of summer ways, I'm looking forward to the new wonderful holy phase. Not a problem, King John gone. Another little despot on his pogrom. So pleasing, I'm easy as I elevate the groove to get you sensing.
Let me check those vocal fluids.
It'll have to do,
do it.
It'll have to do.
That's right.
No Russia, we don't want to fight. No Indian, I don't think we bite. No America, I don't want to blow it up. No China, I don't wanna lock 'em up.
Let me hear you just sing.
Health and Safety Department is on the case.
Flying like a pilot in the sky, wondering why he got so high. Simply through physics and not a damn lie. There is no need to cry in the world tonight, unless you are evil, in which case you fight. But for all the good in this electro hood, I see your prayers, so I'm looking out for food. Here we go again. Feeding the people when my vibe's so friendly. I never wanna kill, not even Psycho Wendy. Really quite happy as we master dust. Really never lonely and surrounded in mud. Listening to the grooves of hedonistic men. Take me to another place, another holy realm, where the light and the specters of the effervescent vectors is a fertile place of astral grace.
That's right, and I have met death twice. The second time he was on top of me and he smiled. I wasn't afraid, I looked right into his eyes. And he's good, he's not evil. Why should something that happens to everyone be evil?
Give thanks, rise to the blood sky. The love is gone. People look at me like they're frightened and scared. What do you expect from me in this world unaware? Do you think I'm gonna hurt them? Thinking something evil? I can't believe the terror fundamental. We gotta shine love, we gotta be light. Not shooting up junkies in this world tonight. We gotta be cool, we gotta be real. Think what you want and say what you feel. We gotta get it on. We gotta get it on. We've gotta get it on.
my wet dreams laid in the river and the astral winds caught me. 420 makes me wiser than the gentry, seeking rhythm, seeking wishes, no offense, start me.
Hey, 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 we're going all the way. Hey, 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 another golden day. Hey, 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 we're going all the way. Hey, 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 you know this is the way.
The demented and trapped is slowly minted. The psychology of honesty is the path not fermented, where my consciousness is nauseous and effervescent sonance as I thus shine divine and the people are oblivious. Evidence of cosmic states, God so ubiquitous the heathens don't notice my information explosive. Show this to the massive and I'll dance with higher practice as I will the new wave axis, the sonic tonic practice.
Hey, 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 we're going all the way. Hey, 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 another golden day. Hey, 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 we're going all the way. Hey, 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 you know this is the way. Into the Neverwhere, the apocalypse fits in a world that doesn't get total cognition. If people even had a clue, but evil is ubiquitous in its anti-blues. Sexism sucks, and rectitudes are boring. More people are stupid, fighting for their sins galore. I laugh upon the thought to the victors of eternity that want to stay holy in a state of mass baloney. Fire up a trebuchet, light up the tires. I'm bored of my own solitude.
First history fit, I blitz the split, and you're an ideological misfit. Strip up the bits the soul seems to fit. Liberated, consecrated, don't threaten me with pits. Like bits with sticks of herbaceous lips. I'm crackling with cackling, this is me in a glimpse. So strip to your bits if you think I am eclipsed. I'm the legacy of enlightenment, a history with a grip.
Harmony within the frequency, soul vibes, the conjure humans then. The lyrical misfit, missing his pen. The only question, a case of is it us or them? Lyrically, spiritually, I'm on the money. Spending my days finding life funny. Decorating contours, I like it sunny. Trying to be a man, I miss my mommy. In and out of Neverwhere. Get through with me, enjoy a chuckle, the wiggle in my wobble. Feel the knuckle, cranial discharge, I'm ready buckle. The evidence of elegance, not wizard or a muggle. Another window, I'm feeling healing, peace in my street. What kind of dreaming, living for the crack of it. I'm on the ceiling, floor of my bits, my sensorium is gleaming, pushing to a high speed. I see the faction running around town, ready action, germinate to rehydrate upon the mention, sonic my legacy, my intention. In and out, Neverwhere. In and out, Neverwhere. In and out, Neverwhere. In and out, Neverwhere. Don't you stare. Stare like a delusional bandit. Don't you stare like a delusional dream. Don't you stare, that's why I never banned it. Don't you stare as I reign supreme. Don't you stare like a delusional bandit. Don't you stare like a delusional dream. Don't you stare, that's why I never banned it. Don't you stare as I reign supreme.
flavor, checking my rhyme. Checking my flavor, checking my vibe. Checking my flavor, checking my rhyme. checking my rhythm, checking inside, checking my smoke, checking my heat, checking diagnostics, switch reform, repeat, checking my flavor, checking my rhyme, checking my rhythm, checking my inside, checking my smoke, checking my heat, checking diagnostics, switch reform, repeat. Stop to the beat of the rock, shock to the loud drop, drop another jock into one from bebop, like a top spot, it's the rattles on the top, now I'm smoking the pot at the end of the life of rock. With the rice goes to metal, I mix some tea in my lovely metal kettle. Sitting on a fine old pedal. I'm a little lighter, I'm way to rear pedal. Time to check all my spectacles and my testicles and my vestibules. They're working out girls, I'm like a dictator. When picking out like a testament to Letterman, I'm a better man than anything you want on them. Wandering in the highlands, peace and dust went down. Fury, clown like a hammer, peace with my peace sanctuary. Capitulating nil and run for the hills. I'm gunning for the beast of time, my kills are over spills. Chills, not pills, I don't need no imp thrills. Peace, no thrills, not a system that kills. All you know about the God, cause you got it all covered. Angels in Syria, wait to be discovered. They'll unleash a war, hidden since the fall. Hiding in a dusty hill, ready for a brawl. One for the planet, are gonna get slaughtered for their evil soul. Awful, I'll protect my daughters from the venom and hatred. For having what's sacred, blessing in the matrix. Stick it up a notch. 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 Yeah, come on now. Stick it up a notch. Man, to the holy field. Angels in my history showing me what they feel. Shout, knock, jack to the holy Torah block. Ripple through the closest to tell an awful lot. Bible passion, greater clears what I'm talking about. Liberated, consecrated, I'm surviving an awful plot. To break me, to straight me, humiliate me, defame me. I'm proved innocent, but evil like a rock. Here we go. Check, here we go.
drunk online is something I'll appeal as we break apart a system based on moral insurrection and replace it with a state of mind that will conjure introspection. Love, pain, love is care. Stomach in the biz and my mind still revolving. I'm against shares and I'm not investing. Not enough wares, huge life's boring, but I ain't killing one in my luck that's revolving. Tippy tap clock on the cook so enticing. Write another song to celebrate everything. From the unholy war, let's get dancing. Fear no fear is the damn that frightening. No murder in heaven, neither any lie. Let alone porters or distant fry. Cocaine skies down my myriad wide. Spies like flies invading from Islamic crime. Funk the war, time to get dancing. Funk the war, time for romancing. Funk the war, I'm to it reciting. And light of my bond with the power beast rising. On we go again to the middle of the beginning of the end. I may be going round the bend, but that's the way the corner of violent trend, my friend. Not one for horror or one for violence. Punk is not better than sound of silence. I like to dance hard and stiff pipe frenzy. Excited the energies God ripping through me. Light up the night with a bit of another bomb. Stuff in my song can be heard so strong. Peace forevermore in its nuclear throng. Religion can take a dive, I'm the enlightened one. Ha 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 ha. So well educated, even past the test of God. Delusion heavens like no one's fucking getting it. Hello, it's all money time, no one can expect it. Forged from the source of strange kind of force. Repels the darkness, fights of the wars. If you see them coming, make a dash, send a hope. Coalesce in the middles, let the English recruit. England can never die, we have our own hope. I'm not Rambo, it's not too much dope. Forget the West, who thinks about sinning. I'm a man and that I am winning. Heaven said forever, that's why I'm grinning. Laden with power and the mad cause I'm binning. Evil always hates thinking ain't justice. I bring to the battle nothing but crumpets. Spot a drink to aid the Dutch courage, but I just want piece of piss of human garbage. Dwell in what's well and only fear hell. I dwell in what's well and only fear hell. I dwell in what's well and only fear hell. I dwell in what's well and only fear hell, yeah. Increase the peace in a way beyond the cliche. Fight off the beast with Lamb of God profundity. Riding undercover so I don't expose my insanity. Staying clear of danger and homicidal tendencies. Walking in the air, on the pavement, in the skies. Walking to the pub for an epic sun surprise. Delighting in the night of the holy peace subscribed. I don't lie when I tell you I often cry. As an empath of power, care is my tower. And if you wanna kill me for thinking totally differently, then I'll empower my hour with a higher power flower. Like a lollipop solution or a poppy of infusion. I gather my moments into a fulsome memory shower and let high energy rip through the contours of my power. Quantum coalescing in my mind's isoplatonic. I'm verging on bionic, a bioborg of tonic. Titanic, panic, hold on, chase the rabbit. I'll get us out of this, just pass me a quibbit.